My name is Chelsea Eastman, and I'm the Event and Resource Development Coordinator with Volunteer Lethbridge. I've been involved with Volunteer Lethbridge since I was just under an adult. I started with Project Paintbrush as one of their volunteers, and then in my adult life I became involved through a university co-op, and now it's evolved into taking over this position. This presentation is the Leaders of Tomorrow Gala, held on April 18th at the Lethbridge Lodge Hotel and Conference Center. So the Leaders of Tomorrow Gala is all about recognizing positive youth engagement in the community through volunteerism. So it's a really inspiring event that the youth get nominated and recognized for their volunteer achievements in the community. It really helps bring together and just kind of wrap up and tie everything together, the youth's involvement, the organizations that they've impacted, their family members, and just the community in general as a whole, and just say, hey guys, we see what you're doing. We love that you're volunteering and the impact, the positive impact that you're having in the community. Keep it up. And yeah, just thank you. So that's really what Leaders of Tomorrow is mostly about. Another aspect about Leaders of Tomorrow is that it ties in with our National Volunteer Week. So this is a week that we take in Canada to recognize, to really engage with, and celebrate our volunteers in the community. So that was National Volunteer Week. Right in the middle of it, we have this Leaders of Tomorrow Gala every National Volunteer Week. So youth are nominated under 4 different age categories, from 5 to 11, 12 to 15, 16 to 18, and 19 to 24 years old. And we have up to 8 Excellence Recipient Awards, and those awards go to the youth who have really gone above and beyond in their community service or their community volunteer engagement. We receive nominations from various organizations in the community that engage with youth volunteers, and we always host the gala in the middle of National Volunteer Week, which is always in April. We really want to thank Shaw TV for allowing us to have this opportunity and show the community the positive impact that our youth are making in the community. And so we're so grateful that Shaw has given us this opportunity. Now, please enjoy the Leaders of Tomorrow Awards Gala right here on Shaw TV.
Congratulations to Volunteer Lethbridge. This is the 21st anniversary of Leaders of Tomorrow. I'm Dory Rossiter. I came with sunshine today. It was a little late getting here, but late's better than never arriving at all. So yes, spring has sprung. Hopefully that'll be a turning point for us. We recognize that Canada's National Volunteer Week is April 15th to April 21st. I would also like to mention that earlier this month, we lost a group of significant contributors to Canada in a horrific bus crash. And I just want to acknowledge them tonight, because all the reports that we've received in media, and I'm sure you've heard as well, about these wonderful young people and their coaches and their assistants, have been people that made a difference in their community, made a difference in their family, volunteered their lives. So I would just like us to give a round of applause in memory of all those people that we lost earlier this month. And tonight we're going to be recognizing other people that make a huge, significant difference in their families, in their community, and in their country. And that's what we're here tonight to celebrate. I would like to acknowledge that we are on Blackfoot land, and would like to give recognition to the Blackfoot people, past, present, and future. Yes, let's give them a round of applause too. Shaw is taping the evening tonight. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. So you'll be able to watch this on their community channel. I also had the pleasure of doing interviews with the Awards of Excellence recipients, and they start running 2 at a time starting tomorrow night on CTV. So that was also a thrill for me to get to know some of these young people and see the amazing job that they are doing in this community. Right now, I would like to introduce from the LCI Gold Jazz, and I don't have your name, I'm sorry, but you're going to be singing the national and your name?
Tanner.
Tanner?
Yeah.
Tanner is going to be singing the national anthem. So without further ado, welcome Tanner to the stage.
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Great. Thank you. Nice job, Tanner. And now I would like to introduce Chris Rodler, Board Chair of Volunteer Lethbridge. Chris? Probably the other side. Watch the step, it kind of shaky a little bit too. So, yeah.
Good evening and welcome, Leaders of Tomorrow nominees, nominators, parents, guardians, caregivers, guests, sponsors, and media representatives here this evening. We are here to celebrate the accomplishments of youth volunteers in our community. Thank you for all that you do. This year, we celebrate 24,292 volunteers, which is 614,121.7 hours put in through the City of Lethbridge. To equate that to dollars, this is an economic value of $14,738,921.52, which is the equivalent of 337 full-time jobs. Give yourselves a round of applause for that. Volunteers absolutely make a difference. We invite you to share posts of tonight's events with Volunteer Lethbridge's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts. At this time, I'd like to thank the Volunteer Lethbridge staff for all their work and all they do for National Volunteer Week activities, and also the Leaders of Tomorrow volunteers. For Volunteer Lethbridge staff, we have Diana Sim, the Executive Director. Do you want to stand? Chelsea Eastman, Shelley Dachemsky, and I do apologize if I do mispronounce your names, Keith Nalder, and Bryce Baker. And also I'd like to recognize the Volunteer Lethbridge's Leaders of Tomorrow volunteers, Michael Hacksky and Chelsea Kleckner, who are both SKIP interns. Scott Weber, Taya Gidyek, and Levi Pillion, Julie Parkinson, Arlene Parkinson, Avery Mayers, Laxmi Bastola, and Michael Remy. And I also do have to apologize, I forgot to flip over the page. I do have 2 other Volunteer Lethbridge staff to recognize, and that's Jen Rasmussen and Justine Brown. Or Justin Brown, my apologies.
Right now, I would like to introduce Chris Burton, Chair of the Leaders of Tomorrow Committee. Chris?
Thank you, Dory. Just on their way out, let's hear it again for the LCI Jazz Gold Band. And Ken, their conductor. And Chelsea has a little something from our committee for them to sustain them before they get home, right?
Annual tradition.
Tradition, you bet. I would like to take a minute to also welcome everybody to this banquet tonight, our gala evening. It's so nice to see so many tonight. I think this is the largest gala evening we've had for Leaders of Tomorrow. So that says a lot for our community and what you're doing. So well done. I would also like to thank the Leaders of Tomorrow Committee. So we'll just maybe get them to stand. They're sitting right now and doing numerous things over on the side here. So Elaine Jacqueline, Deborah Brown, Paige McGeorge, Chelsea Eastman, and unable to join us tonight because of other volunteer commitments, Eva LeBlanc and Jacqueline Walker. So our committee for the Leaders of Tomorrow. I'd also like to take this opportunity to introduce and thank the Volunteer Lethbridge Board of Directors for their leadership and service at Volunteer Lethbridge organization. Again, this is the parent organization. We're one of the committees under Volunteer Lethbridge. So introduced before, but we'll introduce him again. Chris Rodler, our chair. Joining us, I guess you've just had just one meeting, just one short meeting here. Dory Roster's joining us on the Volunteer Lethbridge Board. Sherry Picarney, Marnie Brown, Tolu Balogun, Melissa Johnson, Gail Horner, Leslie Vala, and Stacy Chief Body. So thank you to our board. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you. Great, thank you, Chris. Okay, now we are going to move into the awards portion of our presentation. I'm going to ask all the 5 to 11-year-old recognition award recipients to go to the hallway outside of the ballroom and line up. So bye-bye. You have to come back. You are all like herding cats, seriously. No, you gotta come back. A couple years ago, we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and they were out hanging out by the pool. So we had to go get them. Right now, I would like to invite and introduce Trevor Brown, who is our guest speaker tonight. I would like to invite him up to the stage to speak. Trevor is the executive director at 5th on 5th Youth Services. And if you've ever checked out 5th on 5th Youth Services, they do amazing work for young people in our community through the support, education, helping them with resumes. They do a myriad of things to get our young people into the workforce and to advance their careers in Southern Alberta. So he is going to come up and share his personal passion for youth that has directed his career. He has come to share some of his story. Please welcome Trevor to share some of his story.
Thank you very much for having me this evening. My name is Trevor Brown, and I'm the Executive Director for 5th on 5th Youth Services. I have had a lot of really interesting experiences with volunteering in my life, and I'm going to share a little bit with you guys tonight. I'm really proud to have been asked to speak tonight. Seeing so many young faces, I got to read the pamphlets and see all the quotes that are on the wall, and I got to sit at the table with a couple of young individuals who are volunteering in their community, and it was really relating to my story, which I'm really excited to share. I was thinking about volunteering and what it meant to me, because I started volunteering at a very young age, about 5-6 years old, and I thought of two big things for me. First off is the feelings that I associated with it. Was volunteering for me was about caring about others, and my ability to share my gifts with other people. It also, as I was thinking about volunteering, I was thinking about what it meant to me for my life and what I was doing. And I really was thinking, and I said, volunteering is a lifelong commitment to making the world a better place. And when I was reading those quotes, that really resonated. When I was reading everybody's bios and how they're making, every little action that they're doing is making a difference to the lives of people in our own community, making people feel better in our own community. When I was growing up, and seeing all these family members that are here, I was very fortunate to have both my parents that were role models for me in volunteering. My mom, she was actively involved all the time in my school. She volunteered regularly in my classrooms. She participated in all the bake sales. She did all of the fundraisers. So I grew up in the wrapping paper era, where you sold wrapping paper as fundraisers. I see a lot of nods going on out there. You know about that. I had a dad that volunteered as a coach. He coached me hockey all throughout my hockey career, and I got to see him volunteer a lot as I took over 5th on 5th youth services. I got to highlight him the other night, and I really just want to just acknowledge him as well. My dad has volunteered hundreds and hundreds of hours to 5th on 5th youth services, providing thousands and thousands of dollars in savings to my organization, just because he believes in the work that I do, but also being able to give back to the community. So these are the examples that I've been able to look to in my life. It was never a question of why I was volunteering. It was always, for me, the right thing to do. When I was in school, I always really appreciated volunteering with my teachers. I spent a lot of time running to the photocopier, being sent on errands by the teachers. But then I got involved in a little bit more actively in my schools, joining clubs, being involved in the Rotary as a young person. And then when I participated lots in sports teams. And my football coach at the time, he ended up getting cancer. And this was a really big moment in my life where I was impacted by a significant circumstance that was going on around me. And I just felt compelled to do something. So me and a couple of friends, we decided to organize a big cancer head shaving for my football coach. And so we ended up raising a bunch of money to be able to support him through this process. We had such an impact with this. Our entire football team decided to shave their heads that day. And while we were in the gym getting all of our heads shaved, we had 2 of our female teachers put down a jar in the center of the room and said, if you guys raise an additional $500 right now, we will shave our heads. And I was really blown away at how quick all the students jumped down off of the bleachers to see Sandy and, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name, but Sandy shave her head. It was unbelievable to see the response. That experience really lifted me up, and I ended up getting recognized. And so I look at this experience tonight, the Leaders of Tomorrow. I was very, very fortunate to be recognized on a provincial level called the Great Kids Award. That award opened a door for me that I never expected that I would ever walk through. I was planning a life going into dentistry. I went to university originally for dentistry, but it was through my volunteering and through this opportunity that arose through the provincial government, I got to sit on the provincial youth advisory panel. I met some amazing young people who were also doing great things in their communities, and it really fueled a passion inside of me. And I realized that I needed to switch where I was going in my life. It took me to volunteering all across the province. I got to volunteer all across the country. And then I got to volunteer when I went to Africa and traveled through Europe. But I went to this tiny little country called Burundi in Africa because I had met a friend at a volunteering experience where he was a recent refugee from Burundi. He invited me out of the generosity, he only knew me for a day, out of the generosity of his heart and his family, they invited me to spend a month and a half with them in Africa. It was a life-changing journey, and I know that door, when that door opened, it changed the course of my life. I went into Africa and I volunteered at a youth-serving organization. When I was there, people thought I was famous because I was one of only 2 white people that were in that country at the time. They thought I was either David Beckham, the famous soccer star, or Eminem. And so while I was volunteering at this youth organization, the 16-year-old that was there, him and I created a little bit of a bond. And he got me to write out the lyrics to Cleaning Out My Closet. And so I, wrote them all out. And that night, he had went home and translated the choruses into Kirundi, his native language. And when I came to the volunteer placement the next day, he had that ready for me, and he organized a concert with all of his peers that I was going to sing and rap as Eminem in the dead center of Africa. So you never know where you're going to go with volunteering. But it was through these experiences that really altered my perception of where I was going in my life. And it caused me to come back to Canada because I realized that no matter all the troubles and the challenges that I had in my own community, that if I wanted to see change in my world, I had to come back home. I had to come back to my local place where I felt that I was going to call home and start to make a change there. And so I started a company called Operation Humanity, and I was very fortunate that a lot of doors opened up, and I got to travel all across the province doing presentations, workshop. People were just throwing money my way to do all different kinds of bullying prevention work, which is really an incredible gift to be able to be in all these spaces with all these amazing young people. And what I got to see is that no matter where I went, young people everywhere, there was a common thread. It was about caring about each other and about sharing our gifts. And that really resonated with me, and I kept wanting to push that and push that and push that. I was very fortunate to be able to set up advisory councils, youth advisory councils. I see a couple people that have sat on the City of Lethbridge one. I was very fortunate to work with Diane Randall and a couple other individuals set up the Lethbridge Youth Advisory Council, as well as the Southwest Youth Network Advisory Council and the Central one, and also the East Central one. But it caused me a change in my career path. I ended up creating a program with a couple of friends of mine called Building Bridges, working with at-risk youth. And this program was, one of the components of it was volunteering. And I didn't know why, I wanted to do this, but we did a whole bunch of fun activities. I got to take people water sliding and scuba diving and rock climbing, but it was the volunteering component that really spoke to the youth that I was working with. We went out to soup kitchens. We did coolie cleanups. We did working with animals. And the great part about it was that I didn't realize that there was a research base behind that. And I asked the young guy at my table tonight, I asked him, why does he volunteer? And he said the thing that really spoke to me was, it makes me feel good. That is really brilliant. It's about sharing that gift about who we are inside, and it does. That when you look at the research behind volunteering, is that the more we give of ourselves, the better we feel. The more that when we're talking about self-esteem, that to raise self-esteem in youth is to get them out and giving of themselves. It's a pretty brilliant idea. So I just want to pull it back and just say how much of an honor it is to be with so many. I heard over 140 young people are being recognized tonight. That is absolutely incredible that so many people are giving of themselves in this Lethbridge community. I just want to say thank you for making the world a better place. The world thrives when people care about each other. And I'm going to leave with a quote. Maya Angelou, she's a famous author from the States. She said, "People may not remember what you said or what you did, but people will always remember how you make them feel. So thank you for making Lethbridge feel better and caring about each other and sharing your gifts with the Lethbridge area and community. Thank you, guys.
That is so true about volunteering. It is about how it makes us feel good about making other people feel good. And I've always believed that volunteering is the rent we all should be paying for living in a wonderful community like Lethbridge and Southern Alberta. So thank you for your words. They definitely resonated with everyone in this room tonight, because we're all pro-volunteer, that's for sure. So, okay. And Chelsea just gave you a beautiful bouquet of flowers, so yes. Be sure to put them in water when you get home. Yeah. Now we're really going to start with the awards, but I do have to clear out another age group out of this room. I have to ask all the 12 to 15-year-old recognition award recipients to go to the hallway and line up outside the ballroom. Also, too, you have to come back. You're a little older, so I don't think you'll be wandering, and I can hear the giggling from the younger crowd out the doors. Can you hear that? Yeah, they're giggling. They're excited, so I don't think we have to go chasing after them. I just want to remind you all, though, that while they're exiting the room, Volunteer Lethbridge is celebrating 31 years in our community. 31 years. Yeah. I recently, as you just heard, I recently joined the board of directors for Volunteer Lethbridge because I believe in them. And I've done this event so many years. And years ago, I actually sat on a volunteer committee with Volunteer Lethbridge, and that was back when they were in the basement of the Bill Kurgan Center. Remember that? That was not fun. It was very dark and very, it was not a happy location, but we were happy to have it because we got it for free and we were able to gather and work there. So they have come a long way now with their collaboration with the University of Lethbridge. How great is that? How great is that collaboration? Because, of course, Mike Mann and all of his staff and faculty out there believe that volunteerism is important in building young people into healthy young adults, and that the collaboration between Diana and your group and Mike and his group, I just think is phenomenal. So congratulations to the two of you for putting that together. That worked out so well, so well. Yes. Okay. And we appear to be ready. No, it's looking up this year. They're back. Now I'm going to announce the individual names, and at this point it's an annual tradition where I humbly beg your forgiveness in advance for destroying most of the names this evening. We don't have phonetic spelling of these names, so I'm going to do the best I can. But if any one of you hear that I spell your name wrong, you just tell me, okay? And yes, there you go. Okay, she's nodding a little too quickly there, expecting me to say it wrong. Okay. This category has a total of 3,928 hours to 12 agencies in the Lethbridge area. Here are your 5 to 11-year-old recognition award recipients. First off, Akira Lane. Did I get it right? Okay. So you're going to go, someone's trying to take a picture, so we better move you. Okay, there you go. I'll get out of the way. You're just adorable, aren't you? Can I shake your hand? Yes. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. It was really nice talking to you. Thank you. Okay. Allie Belinsky. And again, I think someone's going to take a picture of you, so which direction should we? Maybe over here? Maybe over here? Okay. Okay. Maybe we'll have that as a norm. We'll have everyone just kind of come to the side there. Okay. And Kim Dirksen and Karen Johnson, in my excitement of getting the group back into the, forgot to invite, Kim Dirksen and Karen are Sunrise Rotary members. So thank you so much for coming up and congratulating the young people. We have Anaya Usman. Did I get that right? It's Anaya Usman? Usman. Oh, God. Okay. Do you want to come over here and have your picture taken? Great. Thank you. Okay. Oh, Asia McIntyre. Great. Congratulations. You want to stand for a sec? See ya. Next up, Ava Leboutillier. Congratulations. Brock Heisler. Did I get it right? Okay. Congratulations, Brock. Great. And next up is Bryn Renier. That's a very pretty name. Congratulations. We'll shake left hand because you got stuff in your right hand. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. Okay. Charlie Inzioski. Hi, congratulations. Good job. Good job. Great. Oh, and you can shake hands with these two lovely ladies here, too. There. Oh, and Charlotte Sanford. Congratulations. Look at you. Love your dress. I love the name Clarabelle Kwasnicki. Clarabelle? That's so cute. Congratulations. It's a little overwhelming. Claire Dahl. Congratulations. Do you want to stand over for a second? Just, so we can see you? Thank you. Next up, Cohen Weston. Cohen, you're not nervous, are you? I think someone wants to take your picture, so I'll get out of your way. And Cole Thompson. Congratulations. Oh, Sarah Wickers. Oh, she moved. Oh, yeah. Emily Todd Healy. Emily, congratulations. Oh, and Emma Wright. Congratulations. Good job. Yeah. Oh, did you want to stand there so they can... Whoop. Stage right. Evan Itai Kugler. Did I get it right? Got it right. Congratulations. Grace Shea. Congratulations, Grace. Oh, Hale Hildebrand. Hi, congratulations. Oh, you got stuff, right? Yeah. Good job. Haley Marutkin.
Haley, congratulations. You want to stand here for a second? I think someone's coming to keep a picture, maybe? Yeah? Okay. Okay. Great, thank you.
Next up is Hannah Deuce.
How are you? Congratulations. Love your shirt. Really pretty. Oh, you got it.
They just want to take the certificate and sit down. That's. Oh, Helen Van Straten.
Congratulations.
And we're off. James Palmer Skirkogel. Did I get it?
Great. Congratulations. Great. Did you want to stand over here for a second in case someone wants to grab a picture? Oh, he did the back off that.
That's a 4.5 landing almost on the. Okay, good for you. Must have been watching those Olympic Games pretty closely. Jace Klein.
Congratulations, Jace. Good job. You want to stand over here? I'll get out of your way. There you go. Okay. Nope. Am I good to go?
Yeah, you get to go. Yeah. But you have. Oh, never mind. Jenna Combites. Hey, Jenna. Congratulations. Yeah, there you go. Good.
And you can shake their hands. Our hands. You can shake hers. It doesn't shake yours.
Jesse Atchison.
Hi, Jessie. Congratulations. Good. Oh, you know the drill. You're good. It's good enough.
Oh, Josiah Schaff.
Congratulations, Josiah. Good job. And
It's nothing personal. You know that, don't you? Karina Boersma.
just beautiful. Do you want to stand up? Oh,
Macy Peterson. Hi, Macy. How are ya? Yep. Not going to bring it up. Maria Palma.
hi, Maria. Congratulations. You look lovely. Do you want to stand over here so in case somebody wants to take your picture? Great. You look beautiful. Yes. It's a big night, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Oh, and I think someone wants to take your picture. You're the next one. Oh, you're the next one. Okay. Okay. Come on. Yeah.
Maria Wright. Maria Wright.
Nice to see you. You look lovely.
Marit Larson.
You look lovely.
Mason Grabowski.
Did you want to stand over here a little bit? So in case they want to take your, I think they want to take your picture, sweetie. Okay, there you go, there you go.
That's just too cute. It's just too cute. Oh, Neha Verk.
Congratulations. Do you want to stand over here? Great. Good job, Naya. Maybe not. Okay.
Oh, Niobe Abel. Oh, you okay? Noah Grimes.
Congratulations. Good job. Good job.
Peyton, oh yeah, Peyton Bates.
Hi, Peyton. Congratulations. Did you want to stand up here so they can all see you? Great. You look lovely.
Riley Pascuzzi.
Riley, nice job. Great. Okay. You can shake hands with the ladies. Great.
Rowan Deseri.
We're good. Great. Thank you. Say hi to the ladies.
Samantha Martin.
Samantha, how are you? Great. You want to stand over here so they can all see your pretty face? There you go. No, and I think someone's taking your picture there. Do you want to look over there?
Selena Sun.
That's a beautiful name. Come on over here. Come on over here, Selena, and let everybody see you. Oh, there you go.
Next is Sierra Bullman.
Do you want to stand over here, Sierra? Sure. Love your dress. It's very fashion forward.
Solomon Boersma.
Hi, Solomon. How are you? Good. Say hi to the crowd. There you go. Yeah, you're done.
Todd J. Bingham. last was the fastest on and the fastest off. A round of applause for all the recipients in the 5 to 11-year-old category. As we know, there are so many benefits from volunteering. You meet new friends, you try new experiences, you get to work at something that you may like, may fall in love with, may become a future career, and you get to experiment. And all the while, you are sharing skills that you thought you didn't have. Because that's one thing about volunteering. One of the things that I learned, and I learn every year from talking to the Excellence Awards recipients every year in the studio, is that they come in by themselves, they have their interview by themselves, they don't hear what the other people say, but they invariably all say it makes them feel good and it makes them feel proud that they're able to share skills that they didn't even know they had with other people to make lives better. So do we have the 12 to 15 years ready to go? Deb's on it. Okay, so we're going to change it up a little bit. You'll have a picture taken here, but we're also going to send you down further for pictures. That way we're not clogging up this area. So parents, caregivers, family members, if you want to take a picture, we'll have them move down there so you've got a little bit of space to move around. To the banners. Yeah, to the banners, which will make a nice backdrop too. 12 to 15-year-old recognition awards. This group contributed 1,652 hours to 13 agencies in the Lethbridge area. Not just the city of Lethbridge, but the Lethbridge area. We have Abby Froome. Congratulations, Abby. Good job. Great. You can shake your hands and then proceed down for your picture. Alora Skoog. Congratulations, good job. Good job. You can meet Chris and Roxy and then go and take your picture. Amy Richardson is next. Hi, Amy. Hi, how are you doing? Good, good. She brought her cheering crowd with her, I think. And there they are. Anika Boersma. Congratulations, Anika. Good job. Good job. You look very nice tonight, too. You meet Chris and Roxy. And we got Brady Dow. Hi, Brady. Congratulations. Good job. Oh. Katerina Dort. Katerina, nice to meet you. Wonderful job. Thank you so much for volunteering. Okay. Hunter Nelson. Love the name. Congratulations, Hunter. Good job. Good job. Isabel Wyman. Hi, Isabel. Congratulations. Love your dress. You look beautiful. Oh, we got Ivy Schneider next. Hi, Ivy. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Jada Bartlett. Hi, Jada. Good job. Congratulations. Julia Townley. Julia Townley. With your cheering squad. Carla Cruz. Carla, congratulations. Good job. And we have Kingy Smith. Love the name. Congratulations. Oh, good job. Good job. Great. Lisa Quinn. Lisa. Lisa Huyn. Oh. Was I close? Yeah. Okay. Congratulations. And we have McKenna Moeller.
McKenna, you look lovely.
Olivia Lahiji.
Congratulations, good job. Good job.
Next up is Rachel Grisnick.
Congratulations, good job. Good job.
I'm so glad Deborah's helping me with pronunciation there. Ricardo Guchuesa. Did I get it right?
Congratulations.
Oh, and we have Savannah Peters.
Hi, Savannah. You look lovely. Love the dress. Congratulations.
Shayla Desjardins Wright.
Congratulations. Good job.
Oh, Shiloh Boersma.
Shiloh, congratulations. Good job. And you can say hi to the people on the right there and then go have your picture taken further down. Great.
Skydri Hardy.
Congratulations. Good job. Good job.
And Ty Skoog.
Hi, Ty. How are you? Nice to see you. Congratulations. Good job.
Okay. And that is the 12 to 15 year recognition award recipients. Good group. And now I need to ask all the 19 to 24-year-old recipients to go to the hallway to line up. 19 to 24. You're the mature group. And I'm going to ask Roxy to stay and shake hands, and Diana Sim to come up. The Executive Director of Volunteer Lethbridge to come up and shake hands as well. We're going to start to congratulate the 16 to 18-year-old recipients. For all of you interested in attending the University of Lethbridge, register your first year to be part of the UV volunteer program. This will track all your volunteer activity during 4 years of study. Nice little tool to have. And there are scholarships available that value volunteer activity. Keep that in mind. Never, ever, ever underestimate the value of volunteering. So now we have the 16 to 18-year-old recognition awards. This category contributed a total of 3,327 hours to 22 agencies in the Lethbridge area. Amazing. And we have to remember that these are all young people that are still in their education careers. They're still going to school. They're still helping at home. They're still doing their hobbies. And they're still volunteering. So it's just amazing. So we have Alicia Stewart.
Congratulations, Alicia. Nice job. Okay. And then you go this way and you say hi to Diana and Roxy, and then you go further and have your picture taken. Thank you. Okay.
And we have Alyssa Desjardins Wright next.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, we have Andy Sun.
Andy, congratulations. Good job. Great. Say hi to Diana and Roxy.
Austin's a bit of a goofball. I can tell. Austin mode.
Median, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe, maybe.
So did I just walk off?
You walk, yeah, and say hi to Diana and Roxy and go and get your picture. Beta Matei. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Well done. Okay, say hi to Roxy and Diana. And we have Badra Pandia? Pandia. Got it right. Yay. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Next up is Dorina Friesen. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Emily Huyn. Hi, Emily. Congratulations. Good job. We have Emma Mortar. Hi, Emma. Congratulations. Good job. And you can meet the ladies there. And we have Garvin Situ. Garvin Situ. I was close. I was so close. So close. Thank you. Next up is Isaac Gokarn. With your own. Oh.
My suspender keeps playing.
I thought that only happened to rock stars on stage when they have a. Never mind. Can I see your name? Jared Baylor. Jared Baylor. Thank you for bringing that up. And Jordan Kwan.
Congratulations. Good job. I'll just shake your hand like that. There you go.
Julia Pham.
Congratulations, Julia. Good job. I'll just shake your hand.
And we have Caitlin Grisnick.
Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, go stairs and be careful going down them too.
Next up is Kaylin Beekman.
Hi, nice to see you, Caitlin. Congratulations.
Okay. And we have Kush Patel.
Congratulations. Good job. Thank you.
Mateo Obara. Mateo Obera.
Love the name, Mateo. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Congratulations.
Yep. We have Milana Chambers.
Hi, Milana. Nice to see you. Congratulations.
Morgan Maxwell.
Hey, Morgan. Congratulations. Good job.
We have Nemaya De Silva.
Congratulations, Maya. Good job. Yes, you can shake hands with the pin in it.
Next up, yes, I'm just finding you on the list here. Nairi Smith.
Hi, Naomi. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. Say hi to the ladies there.
Olivia Tondevold.
Congratulations. Good job. Thanks for coming.
Painter.
Yes, I need all the help I can get. Painter Allred. I got this.
Oh, good.
Peter Smith. Yutong Lua.
Close? Close. Okay. Thank you. Congratulations.
Great. And that is the 16 to 18-year-old category. Let's give them a huge round of applause. This category, the 19 to 24-year-olds, have contributed a total of 10,588 hours to 44 agencies in the Lethbridge area. That is absolutely amazing. And these are busy people. And they're still doing it. Abigail Stewardson. Antoine Gendron.
Congratulations. Good job.
Ashley Franz.
Ashley, congratulations. Good job. Good job.
And Becca Todd.
Congrats. Good job.
And we have Brandon Desjardins Wright.
There's a few from your family, eh? Congratulations.
And we have Elliot McNabb.
So nice. Beautiful. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you.
Gina Groger.
Great. Congratulations. So nice to meet you.
And Jessica Franken.
Congratulations. Good job.
And Shane Dorchak.
Hi, Shane. Congratulations. Good job. Appreciate all your work. Thank you.
And next is Shelby Ono.
Hi, Shelby. Thank you very much.
Oh, and Sky Harding.
Sky, how are you? Good. Congratulations. Good job.
And Suzanne Stables.
Wonderful.
And we have Tiffany Trin.
Hi, Tiffany. Hi. So nice to meet you. Congratulations. Thanks for everything you do.
And that's the 19 to 24-year-old category. Let's give them another round of applause. We have some very special awards coming up, and they are the Leaders of Tomorrow Volunteer Excellence Awards. These are the young people that I got to talk to one-on-one in the studio and got to meet and got to really appreciate the dedication that these young people have. So Chris Rodler and Chris Burton, no relation, are going to be the congratulatory handshakers. We're going to call them up individually, the Awards of Excellence recipients. Honoree number 1 from, and here comes a fan. It was subtle, though. I have points for subtle. 5 to 11 age category is Maya Van Sluis. You get this. You might want to hold that up. It's got your picture on it and everything. Inspired by seniors in her school, Maya strives to do the best she can to help others. Maya is recognized as a reliable and quiet leader. She is respectful, gives her full attention, and is readily available to help her classmates whenever needed. Her conscious effort to always extend kindness to everyone is a valuable characteristic. Maya demonstrates the drive to improve by pushing herself to focus and complete the tasks at hand. She is one of the first to help tidy the class, as she knows what needs to be done and completes it cheerfully. Maya is very friendly and inclusive as she and her friends extend a warm welcome to new students who join their class. When she sees her peers struggling, she takes initiative to help without expecting recognition. Maya's compassion for others is a quality that will open many opportunities for her future. Let's give her a round of applause. Would you like to say something?
First of all, I would like to thank Denise from the It's a Blast program. And I would also like to thank Volunteer Lethbridge for this awesome opportunity. And I want to thank my teacher, Mr. Vanden Dungen, for saying a lot of nice things about me. And I want to thank my mom and dad for supporting me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Thank you.
And I got to talk to her for like 15 minutes in the studio, and if you think that was cute, you should, well, you'll have to just watch the episode that when it comes on CTV, because these young people are just absolutely amazing. Honoree number 2 from the 12 to 15 age category is Isaac Olson. Here he comes. Remember what I told you had to do? There you go. Okay. That's for you, Isaac. There you go. Isaac has a natural ability to lead by example. He is eager to participate in many opportunities, soaking in what he can and sharing excitement and encouragement to others around him. Attending the University of Lethbridge's leadership conference with the vice principal of his school, he dedicated a day to learning more about leadership and how he could continue to enhance his skills in this area. Isaac demonstrates his leadership abilities through his willingness to be kind, courteous, and respectful to those around him. Taking a keen interest in others, Isaac's warm and inviting presence draws people to him. He has a natural willingness to be kind and respectful to others. He feels he has learned a lot about himself through volunteerism and finds joy when he elevates others above himself. Isaac's kind spirit will be a refreshing delight to all his endeavors. Congratulations, Isaac. Would you like to say a few words?
All right, I would like to thank the leaders of tomorrow for this recognition award and for putting this event on. I feel honored to be a part of this organization, and I would like to thank my family and all those who have been a good example to me. Thank you.
And again, you know, you just listen to the maturity of these people when they're talking, and just the dedication from that age when they're so busy with other things in their life. It's humbling. It really is humbling, and it makes me think that we're in good stead for the future when we have people like we've just seen in our future. Honoree number 3 is from the 16 to 18 age category, David Awoshiga. Yeah. Congratulations, David. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Got the name right. Yes.
Well done.
I rehearsed it, believe me. David is a natural leader with a strong sense of self. He is caring, passionate, and a hard worker who has demonstrated his aptitudes for positively educating and mentoring his peers. As a self-learner, David takes the initiative to go above and beyond what is expected. His high intuition and creativity has led to advancing the music program at Father Leonard Van Tighem School. David has developed a commitment to his community. He identified disconnects in the community and dedicated his time and skills to meet the needs. During his long-term commitment to the Big Brothers Big Sisters organization, he has actively created meaningful and healthy relationships with less fortunate youth in his community. While also at Big Brothers Big Sisters, he assists with the coordination of fundraising events and has since become their radio voice. Whoa, potential media person here. Radio voice for advertisements. David is a talented young man with much to offer the community. Congratulations, David. Would you like to see a few words?
Thank you. I'd like to thank Volunteer Lethbridge for hosting this amazing event. You guys have done a really great job. I'd like to congratulate all the other Volunteer Excellence and Recognition recipients. It's really good to see so many young people making a positive impact in their communities. I'd like to thank Miss Leanne Coquet from Big Brothers Big Sisters for nominating me, as well as Miss Jessica Johnson for helping me out with the reference letter from Father Leonard Van Tighem. I'd like to thank my parents, family, and friends for supporting me. Volunteering has made a huge difference in my life and has allowed me to share my time and effort with those around me. It's a great feeling being a part of something you know is helping other people and putting a smile on their faces, and that's what motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. I'd like to encourage everyone here to find their own ways, regardless of the grandeur, to do things that'll put a smile on someone's face, because at the end of the day, that's what really matters. Thank you.
Congratulations, David. Honoree number 4 from the 16 to 18 age category is Logan Boris. Congratulations, Logan. Here you go, that's you. As an individual with high moral standards and personal ethics, Logan has made service to others a priority. He began volunteering as a summer camp leader, providing a fun and safe environment for children. Logan dedicates his valuable time to Big Brothers Big Sisters, serving as a positive role model. His kindness and respect has helped foster meaningful and quality relationships with younger people. His diligence, dedication, and commitment to his studies are consistent as he demonstrates an eagerness to learn and accept new challenges. Logan selflessly gives his free time to the Wellness Club at CCHS by organizing and participating in many health-related events. Logan is a true leader who cares about the well-being of others. He believes volunteerism enforces the values and beliefs that allow a society to grow and thrive. Logan's maturity and engagement will invite fantastic opportunities for his future. Congratulations, Logan. Would you like to say a few words?
All right. I never like following up on David because he's just such a great guy. It's just the bar is way too high, but I'll do my best. So I'd like to start out by thanking Volunteer Lethbridge, obviously, for putting on this amazing event and giving me this awesome opportunity. It's so great to see everyone out here and see this incredible thing going on. So I'd like to start by thanking my family for being with me every step of the way. I'd also like to thank my friends because they're sitting right there and they'll get mad if I don't mention them. So I'd like to also thank Leanne Coquet as well as Patty Croker for the nomination and for supporting my application through reference letter. And obviously I wouldn't be here tonight without them. They've helped me a lot along my journey, and I'm super thankful for that. I'd like to mention Bev Hozak, even though she unfortunately isn't here tonight. She's from a club that I'm the president of, and she's been really guiding me and mentoring me along my journey, and that's something that I'm super thankful for, and I really wouldn't have been able to do anything that I have without her help, and she's been such an inspiration for me along the way, so I'm super thankful for that. So just a little bit about me. I kind of began my journey as a casual volunteer. But as I became more and more involved, I've grown to really love the work I do and truly appreciate the significance of volunteer work. So volunteering to me is an amazing, fulfilling way to gain practical experience, grow as a person, and create new relationships, but most importantly, provide care for those who need it the most. Volunteering is an absolutely vital part of our society, and I'm incredibly proud and thankful to be recognized on the behalf of the community. Thank you.
Thanks, Logan. Honoree number 5 from the 19 to 24 age category is Brad Karras. And here he comes. Congratulations. Nice to see you again. Nice tie. You all clean up so nicely, I have to say. While creating quality relationships, Brad focuses on leading positive change in his community. He is a natural leader who is committed to serving the nonprofit sector. For example, Brad has dedicated extensive time to the Lethbridge Food Bank and the YMCA. Recognizing the value of collaboration and partnerships, Brad's commitment makes him an inspiration and a positive role model for all youth. As the VP academic for the University of Lethbridge's Management Students Society, Brad's effective leadership role has had a large impact on developing and launching the club's first ever conference. He is humble, influential, and hardworking individual with a great sense of humor. He has developed his professional competencies and leadership skills through creating meaningful and valuable peer interactions. Brad's big picture mindset is a strength in his character that will help him accomplish all his goals in life. Congratulations, Brad. Would you like to say a few words?
Some tough speeches to follow up on, hey? I wrote one. Huh. All right. So first and foremost, I would like to thank Tiffany Harrell for nominating me for the Volunteer Excellence Award. The many people in this room who know Tiffany, and it's not just because she checked you in tonight, would describe her as an incredibly caring and selfless individual who has made an enormous impact on our community. Since moving to Lethbridge, Tiffany has pushed me to get more involved with my community, to stay active and engaged at the university, and has always been there for me when I need somebody to talk to. She is a mentor and a friend, and with her encouragement, support, and some pretty terrible jokes along the way, she has helped me grow into the person I am today. I'd like to also thank my mom and dad. I think sometimes we get so caught up in the journey and our goal for future success, and we go day by day with the same routine, that we sometimes forget those who have helped us along with our journey. And without a doubt, I would not be anywhere near the position I'm in today without the love and support of my parents. You have sacrificed so much to help me grow and succeed, and it's something that I don't think I'll ever be able to repay you for. I'd like to also thank all my friends that came out to support me tonight. I haven't had the opportunity to see a lot of you over the last couple of months, but I am thankful to be surrounded by so many wonderful and caring people. Thank you.
Honoree number 6 from the 19 to 24 age category is Sienna Randolph. There she is. There you go. Congratulations, Sienna. Sienna began volunteering at age 5 and has become a natural part of her life. She recognizes how even small acts make a world of difference. Volunteering is a fun way Sienna explores her various interests as she learned about herself and grew a strong foundation for effective leadership. Sienna's Rotary passion, she's the one that could answer the Rotary question in the trivia for the meals. Her passion, knowledge, and connections have increased the club's capacity. Her drive, commitment, and enthusiasm have helped grow the club to be more diverse, inclusive, and better serve the community. Through various Rotary events, she has developed strong fundraising skills. Being a Rotarian has become an important piece of how she defines herself and identifies with her community. Her determination, positive attitude, and high-achieving mindset has landed her a position as Urban Spirit's Rotary President, as well as other club board positions. Sienna is an intelligent and involved individual with much success in her future. Congratulations, Sienna. Would you like to say a few words?
So first off, I just want to say thank you to Volunteer Lethbridge for having these types of awards and making people to notice the people who do these great things in the community. It definitely a lot of times goes undernoticed. Like always with volunteer events in Lethbridge, I am surprised by the great turnout. I'm not originally from Lethbridge. I've lived in a couple other cities, but by far Lethbridge has the best volunteer community that I have experienced anywhere, and that's definitely evidenced by the number of familiar faces that I see around this room, and especially also my other excellence awardees that I have worked and volunteered very closely with. So thank you, Lethbridge, for having that great of a community. Just lastly, I want to say thank you to Jill Manning, who is unfortunately not here. She nominated me, but she is busy doing her great work with the safe consumption site that we have now. And also to the lovely Caroline here, who's my +1, one of the many that I have twisted her arm into getting more involved in her community and joining Rotary. So thank you so much for this lovely award.
Honoree number 7 from the 19 to 24 age category is Dorothy Graham. Sure, you can come up on that side, that'd be great. Okay. Dorothy has discovered a sense of self by connecting deeper with her interests, her community, and herself through various volunteer efforts. Dorothy's passion and dedication extends beyond her local community, as she was a key contributor by creating opportunities to educate others about water and water sources in their areas. Her contribution to Waterlution continues to have an impact even after her direct personal involvement. Dorothy has played an influential role in the completion of a 4-year strategic plan for the City of Lethbridge Youth Advisory Council. She has been instrumental in sourcing feedback and recommendations for City Council to consider on their own strategic plan. Always a good thing for council to have advice. Dorothy's flexibility, positivity, and compassion have helped her make active change and impact wherever she goes. Congratulations, Sienna. Would you like to say a few words?
Well, first of all, I would like to echo some of what Sienna said by thanking Volunteer Lethbridge so much again for hosting this event and recognizing all of the people. I am flabbergasted after 23 years of being born and raised in Lethbridge at the number of people that I know, the number of people who are working so hard to make this city and its people better, happier, brighter. Thank you so much to my family who are here to support me, hey guys, and to Karen Johnson who nominated me, and for the people of DASA, the Dragon Boat Association of Southern Alberta, here to support me. Thanks, have a good night.
Great. Thank you, Sienna. Honoree number 8 from the 19 to 24 age category is Bryce Baker. Congratulations, Bryce. Bryce has been inspired to put service above self as a purpose in life. He views serving and positively impacting his community as a pledge rather than a burden. He believes that his time is the most valuable thing he has to give. Bryce exceeds expectations as he is selfless with his skills and services and meets the needs of those around him. During his mentorship and active involvement in the University of Lethbridge's Friendship Buddy Foreign Exchange Program, Bryce has helped ease the transition into Canadian culture for numerous international students. Bryce's solution-focused character helps him understand the importance of pulling together to solve problems. For instance, as the VP of the University of Lethbridge's Rotaract Club, Bryce's maturity and enthusiasm help build a stronger relationship between the Rotaract Club and the Rotary community. Bryce is an incredible example of our youth commitment to service. Congratulations, Bryce. Would you like to see a few words?
All right, well, I would like to start by thanking Chelsea Eastman from Volunteer Lethbridge and Volunteer Lethbridge for all of her hard work on this event, even though she told me that I wouldn't have to make a speech. So, especially being the last one to come up here, it's been pretty stressful sitting there listening to everyone say such great things. But it has given me some time to think about what I'd like to say, now of which all I've forgotten. I would like to thank, again, Volunteer Lethbridge, and especially the University of Lethbridge and their amazing philosophy of liberal education. It's a very inclusive environment, and they definitely are there to support you in all of your endeavors on campus. I'd like to thank my friends who have joined me here tonight, and I would like to thank both Dorothy and Sienna especially. When I first transferred to the University of Lethbridge, they played a huge role in facilitating my involvement in this community. So I cannot thank you guys enough.
And now we have a special announcement. I would like to introduce Karen Johnson, member of the Runners Soul Race Association Board, to present Runners Soul Race Association Leaders of Tomorrow Scholarship. Karen?
What a great evening. Thank you very much for having us. I volunteer for the Runners Soul Race Association on behalf of Sean Pinder and everybody at Runners Soul and all of us who volunteer for a lot of the running events in town, especially the Moonlight Run. We'd like to give a $1,000 scholarship to the University of Lethbridge, my alma mater, demonstrating outstanding dedication and leadership to fellow students in their community through their volunteer work. And when I read a little bit about this student, I found out that they actually volunteered for the very first association that I volunteered for in Lethbridge, the Management Student Society. Brad, Karis, please come up.
Do you want to say a few words?
I don't have anything prepared. I think I'm good.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt.
But wait, there's more. I would now like to introduce Kim Dirksen from the Rotary Club of Lethbridge Sunrise. Kim? Here you come.
Thank you very much for inviting us and having us here. Karen is joining me. She is my sidekick. And we are from Sunrise Rotary Club of Lethbridge, and we have some scholarships to offer to some of the students tonight as well. Our first thing is that we are part of Rotary, and it was really interesting to hear that there's so many connections with Rotary in the community of Lethbridge. We're lucky to be involved with Rotary, and one of their motto is service above self. And that's how some of these students, some of these young people are being involved in the community and presenting themselves and really embodying service above self. First is Tiffany Trin. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. And there's some information in there on how to contact us so you can get the $1,000 scholarship for your post-secondary.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Congratulations. Bryce Baker. I'm very excited for Bryce. He is a Rotaract. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And this is for you.
Thank you.
Hold on. Do you want to say this?
I won't try the last name, David.
Thank you.
There's some information in here about how to get the scholarship, so just follow through with that.
Right on. Thank you so much.
Oops. Okay.
It's a death trap. Be careful, ladies. I'd be very careful.
Thank you so much, Rotary, for doing that. That's a wonderful gift for these students, and I know they appreciate that so much. So thank you for doing that. Right now, I'm going to ask Chris Burton to come up for a few remarks, wrap things up.
Thanks again. What a wonderful evening. If you weren't inspired when you came in, you should be now, because we've just heard some awesome stories. We've heard some young people tell us what's meaningful for them, what makes a difference in their lives. And because it makes a difference in their lives, it makes a difference in the lives of many people throughout this community. What awesome people we have. Let's give them all a round of applause. And volunteering isn't just for the young of age, it's for the young of heart. And we have a very awesome volunteer with us who has been our MC. If you didn't know it before, you know the question about who was the MC? Dory has been recognized for her volunteer efforts in many, many ways, and we're so fortunate that she has been able to join us tonight and join our board of Volunteer Lethbridge and the Leaders of Tomorrow Committee. So we're very happy to have had her tonight and to continue to have her as part of our family. So from all of us, Dory, a little thank you.
Well, thank you all very much for having me for your MC. I've lost track of the number of years I've done this, but every one of them has been such a joy for me. I go away from this event every year feeling like my batteries have been recharged. It's just amazing. So I want to do more stuff. I'm inspired by the young people who are continuing to make our world a better place, and it just gives me hope for the future. It really does. I remember I've probably told this before, but the first time I ever volunteered was when I was getting my tonsils out in the hospital, and I only knew 2 songs, and I decided one day when I was feeling a little perkier that I needed to go around and volunteer my time to entertain the poor sick people that were still not feeling very well. So I was 4 at the time. I knew part of Jesus Loves Me and 3/4 of Puff the Magic Dragon. And those were the 2 songs that I did over and over. And somehow my parents got the phone call that, I was ready to be discharged. So that was my first volunteer experience. But I know that, we've heard people talk about their parents being examples. And my mother, who passed away last year, volunteered for the local cadets for many, many years. And my dad has 32 years of cadet experience that he has trained young cadets in, not just in military activities, but in the responsibilities of life and being productive citizens for this community. So I learned by example too. So I had good role models growing up, and I know that all the people that are in this room that are sitting at a table with one of the Award of Excellence recipients or one of the award recipients, volunteer award recipients, you are their example. And we need to thank those people for being role models for the young people. So this is for all the caregivers and parents, because we wouldn't be anywhere without you. So thank you very much for having me as your MC. It's always an honor. I hope that, I think they're going to have me back next year because I'm on the board now, so it's kind of a guaranteed gig, you know what I mean? But thank you all for coming, and you do have opinion cards on your table, so please feel free to, if you have suggestions, if there's things you think can be improved, something you'd like to see, please let Volunteer Lethbridge know. They're a very inclusive organization that welcomes suggestions, and that's it. It was a great night. Congratulations again to all the recipients and those who love them. And safe drive home. We'll see you next year.